So when you're setting up your galley on the boat, how do you decide what equipment is essential? There are a couple of key questions you can ask yourself that will help you make sure you have just the right equipment and not too much of it to go into your floating home. Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. I'm talking about galley essential equipment today, not the stove and the refrigerator, but just the stuff that you use every day. Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by UgoWare. Ugo is the only waterproof floating phone case using dry suit zipper technology. Invest in your safety, because if you don't protect, you can't connect. Your electronics are fully functional while inside, and there's plenty of room for your keys, cash, and cards. To get the only dry bag on the market with zero device fails, visit ugoware.com. That's UGOWEAR.com. Use coupon code SAVE20BG for 20% off. Ugo. Just add water. Galley equipment. I don't know about you, but when I'm on a land kitchen, I've got more pots and pans and gadgets and tools than I really know what to do with. And while that can sometimes be frustrating on land, it's even harder to take that particular habit onto a boat where space, no matter the size of your boat, is very limited. So how do you decide? Because honestly, the only thing worse than having too much stuff would be not having enough and trying to make sure that you have exactly what you need when you need it. That's a little bit of a balancing act. So there are two main questions that you want to ask yourself that will help you answer the question, what equipment is essential? Because like almost any cruising related topic, the answer to that question always comes down to it depends. So how do you answer that it depends for you? There are two main questions. The question number one is, what kind of cooking do you like to do? And question number two is, how many people are you cooking for? Let's break those down a little bit. The first question, what kind of cooking do you like to do? This means things like, are you into pastas and rice? Or are you mostly going to be baking? Are you only using your electronic gadgets and you're going to make sure that you have the right electricity on board to be able to do that? All of those side answers to that first question, what type of cooking do you like to do? That question will help determine what kind of supplies, what kind of pots and pans in particular you're talking about. If you are a pasta and sauce person, you're clearly going to be looking at needing some kind of a pasta pot to be able to boil pasta and a skillet. As a very basic, those are things you know you will need. If you never ever cook pasta and don't want to have a big pot for crabs or lobster or that sort of thing, you don't have to have a big pot like that. So the first question is, what kind of cooking do you like to do? And do you see yourself doing on the boat? The second question about how many people you're going to be cooking for, that will determine, along with the size of the stove, but that will determine the size of the pots and pans that you're talking about. If you love to bake casseroles, but there are only two of you and you don't have a freezer, a 9x13 pan might be total overkill. If you are two of you on board and you're probably not ever really going to be cooking 2 pounds of pasta, you don't need a 10-quart pasta pot to be able to cook the amounts of pasta that you're talking about. So understanding how many people you're dealing with also will completely inform the kinds of pots and pans that you're dealing with. One thing to think about as you are talking about building your galley out and your galley equipment out is that balance that I was talking about before. You don't want to have so much stuff that it's overwhelming, but you don't want to be missing things that you particularly need. In an ideal world, in my opinion, you're spending some time getting to know your galley and living on it before you're away from the ability to add things if you need to. And so my advice would be to start with absolute bare basics and add as you feel the lack. What I did before I left the house was I actually put most of the stuff that I had in my kitchen out into the garage. And as I needed equipment to cook on, I wound up going out to the garage to pick out the piece of equipment that I needed to bring it into the kitchen. And the things that were left in the drawer when we left the house were ones that I knew were incredibly important for me in my kind of cooking style. And those things form the basis of what went on to Calypso. So what is it that I have on Calypso? Well, let me back up and tell you the kind of cooking that we enjoy doing. I kind of am an all over the place cook. We eat pasta and rice, but I also love using the oven to make muffins and bake bread. We use the grill a fair amount, so I wanted to make sure that I had some good barbecue-ish kinds of tools. I also wanted to make sure that I didn't have a whole lot of pieces of gear on the boat that had only one purpose. There are a couple of exceptions to that. One of them is my garlic press, and one is the citrus press that I have. Those are hard for me to think about how I would use them in other ways. And I guess even the garlic press, I could do away with the garlic press and just use my microplane zester, or even just chop up things with my knife. But most everything else on the boat serves a number of different purposes. To that end, what do I have for stovetop? I have a 3-quart pot, a 1-quart pot, a 6-quart pressure cooker. Those are my big sort of saucepans that I use and use all the time. The pressure cooker I don't use very frequently as a pressure cooker, but it serves as my bigger pasta pot or crab pot or lobster pot if I need it. And it also serves double duty as my largest bowl on the boat when I'm doing things like mixing up a great big batch of granola. I've got 3 skillets. I've got a 10-inch straight-sided saute pan with a lid that doubles as a pan that can go in the oven. I have a 12-inch anodized aluminum, which acts as a non-stick kind of a pan. And I have a smaller 6-inch non-stick skillet that I use for cooking eggs specifically. That's it. Those are my 3 skillets that I have on the boat. For baking equipment, I have a couple of almost jelly roll pans that fit in the oven. I also have a great big roasting pan, and that was one of the things that I didn't know if it would be a smart idea to bring or not. We are just the 2 of us. The chances of us having huge holiday dinners on board are probably small. But then I realized that what I can do with that great big roasting pan is I can make a double batch of granola in that pan. And I do that about once a month, once every 5 weeks. And that's one of our main breakfast dishes. So I have that great big roasting pan that I pull out for the granola, but also then I can use it if we have any massive dinners or roasts or holiday meals or something like that. That works pretty nicely for me. I do have a muffin tin. I also have loaf pans. And I do have a 9x13 Pyrex pan that actually I haven't used, and I think I'm probably going to take it back to Vermont because I'm not sure that I will ever use it since I have that great big roasting pan that will work as a casserole dish. I also have 2 square stainless steel baking pans that are like brownie pans. Those also work as smaller size casserole dishes because it's just the 2 of us. Getting back to that, how many people am I normally cooking for? I've got just the 2 of us. A casserole that's 8x8 is actually fairly large and large enough considering we don't have a freezer and we don't want to eat leftovers for 4 million days of the same thing. There clearly are many other things that I have in my galley. I've got a cutting board. Actually, more than one. More than two. Maybe 5. Shh, I love my cutting boards. I have knives. I've got a knife sharpener. I have my varied kitchen utensil tools that I use, my wooden spoons and my spatulas. I have 2 sets of locking tongs that also will work on the barbecue. One of the spatulas that I have is a stainless steel spatula because, again, that will work on the barbecue. So thinking about what kind of cooking I like to do, we like to do on board Calypso, and the number of people we have, those informed my choices as to what it was that I wanted to bring on the boat. Calypso's small. We've got a fair amount of storage space for it being such a small boat, but I did not want to be so overwhelmed with my kitchen stuff that I was shoving stuff out of the way to get to what I wanted all the time. It's been actually pretty liberating, realizing how few pieces of gear I use on a regular basis. I find that when I am in a house, I'm very, very aware of the limited number of pots and pans that I use, even though I have many, many more at my disposal. As you are thinking about your essential galley kit, think about those 2 main questions. What kind of cooking do you like to do, and how many people you have on board? And I would totally encourage you, go minimal, add only when you are bothered by the lack of something, because that will make your life on board much more pleasant than if you go with the route of way too much gear. I can't wait to share an anchorage with you, and maybe you're going to have that perfect piece of galley equipment that I'm going to start thinking about and really feel that I have the lack of it, or maybe we're just going to both be so happy with our basic kit, we can't wait to share our favorite thoughts. Thank you so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love it when we hear from our listeners. We love it when you share us with your friends. And we love it when you don't forget to subscribe, because there are 2 of these that come out every single week. Have the most fantastic week.